I made a video recently discussing trading returns, and I asked my YouTube following what they thought a standard or reasonable monthly average return for a stock trader, futures trader, investor, Forex trader, whatever they wanted to choose. What do you think a good monthly average return? This is for day traders, swing traders, just in general. What do you think a good trader can return? And I love this conversation because it sometimes gets taken as kind of a pessimistic outlook that I have, where I say, shooting for low returns is kind of freeing for traders. But I also reiterate this topic over and over because I do think that it actually helps to bring down expectations for new traders and get them set on the right path towards what real trading profitability looks like. Great traders return, from my experience in the industry, as well as looking at performance track records of great traders and studying this stuff for a long time, is somewhere between a couple percent per month and shooting for somewhere like 15 to 30% per year, 30% being the very, very best traders possible. So I asked actually, I asked Grok2, which is on Twitter, the AI chatbot here, to outline who are the best traders of history and what are their yearly average returns. And I want to preface this with people who still think that good trading returns are way higher than a couple percent per month. If you're somebody who believes genuinely that 10% per month is an achievable goal or 15% is an achievable goal, I'm not here to dash your dreams. I'm here to try and set realistic expectations for traders so that you don't go out there and blow your account because you don't know any better. Once you study real returns in the markets from some of the best of history, it might kind of set you up for better expectations for what you can look forward to in the markets if you get really good at this stuff. The reality of trading, before I go any further, is that unfortunately, the reality of this world is it takes money to make money, and having trading capital is a requirement to making it a substantial income source for you, and it is a long-term goal that many of us strive for. It's not something that happens overnight. It's a lot of work. Let's get into the topic. Okay, so George Soros. This is really a pretty notable name, right? Many of us know who George Soros is. Known for his macro trading strategies, Soros achieved an average annual return of about 30% from 1970 to 2000 through his quantum fund. That is exceptional to do it for that long, right? So I want to say this too. Sometimes people say, well, Nick, I made like 10% last month. Well, you can have really good trading periods, as we all can. But the question is, over the long term, when you go through tough times, good times, excellent times, terrible times, how do you come out overall? For George Soros to be able to do 30% over a 30-year period, that is exceptional, considering that there was definitely some tough times baked into that period of time where he ran his fund. Jim Simmons, one of the most impressive ones, in my opinion, on this list, the founder of Renaissance Technologies. Simmons is celebrated for his quantitative approach. He was like a mathematician genius. He actually died recently, and he's one of the trading legends of history. His flagship medallion fund reportedly averaged around 66% per year from 1988 to 2018. Absolutely insane. But again, this guy was a mathematical genius. Like, he was, I've watched many documentaries on him. The dude was brilliant, and he averaged 66%. I don't think I can average 66% without blowing an account. That is so impressive to be able to do that over such a long period of time, and it's why these guys are the legends of the industry. Stanley Druckenmiller, he managed to produce an average annual return of about 30% for 30 years without a single losing year. That is exceptional. But again, what you're noticing here is these numbers are not doubling the account every year. These are not 10% per month kind of numbers. If you make 10% per month, you're more than doubling an account every year, and you don't see any of these people doing that number. Richard Dennis, known as the Prince of the Pit, Dennis reportedly achieved an incredible annual return of 120% for 19 years in a row through his trend following strategies in commodities trading. Now that is probably one of the hardest, counterpoints to my own thought process here on this list. 120% per year, that is 10% per month.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Nick, you're a liar. Well, okay, here's the thing. That is actually true.
Liar!
that he was able to do those numbers. I mean, according at least to, I haven't gone and verified his performance or anything, but I'm assuming that, many people have. He's very famous. That is an exceptional number. So to say that it's impossible to make 10% per month is probably not fair. So I should probably concede a little bit of that. However, when I'm talking about with these guys, these are your Michael Jordans of the trading industry. These are the people that are so exceptional at this stuff to be able to return these kinds of figures. So I'm just pointing out that if these are the absolute best of history, and one of them on this list is 120% per year, which is actually absolutely insane. I didn't even realize it was that high. It's just something where like, okay, if geniuses are doing 66%, for you at home, maybe it's reasonable to start smaller than that, not to expect those sorts of returns unless you are just way smarter than the rest of us, which everybody kind of believes they are. Paul Tudor Jones, he is known for his prowess in macro trading, another macro trader, with compounded annual returns averaging around 26% over 19 years without a down year. That's exceptional, especially considering going through 2008 and the 2000 tech bubble. That's remarkable that he was able to do that. Michael Marcus achieved a compound annual growth rate of 120% over a 10-year period. Now again, that is exceptional. And it also kind of, I wonder too, 19% or 19 years in a row is absolutely insane. I have to look more into that. But so far, those two are the highest on this list. Bruce Kovner managed an 87% CAGR over 10 years. Known for his trend following, he averaged a 60% CAGR over 30 years. Exceptional. Peter Lynch, as a fund manager, he had an average return of 29.2% year over year from 1977 to 1990. Now, the other thing about this is that this is just looking at their net percentage returns. There are other variables that definitely matter too. Like, for example, what was their peak drawdown during these periods, etc. But hopefully with this video, my point was basically just to show you that, again, when you see people all over on social media saying like, oh, you should shoot for 1% per day or 10% per month or 15% per month. The problem with taking that mindset and thinking that that is appropriate or that is some sort of reasonable goal is a dangerous thing that leads so many traders to the cycle of doom in trading, which is basically you just over and over blow your accounts because you're going too fast, trying to risk too much. These are the absolute pros. These are the highest, think of the athletic world. The highest grade athletes are not something that you and I can easily achieve. Now, again, I'm not saying you shouldn't shoot for the stars and do the biggest thing you can in trading, but to start out saying, oh yeah, no, I can do 30% per year too, is probably a little naive in the trading space. So my point is, prove to yourself that you can do 1%, 2% per month on average, and then maybe start to work higher over time. But my point with all this is just, not to be a buzzkill or a naysayer, but rather to, urge people to take some caution with their trading. Don't be an idiot with your trading. Don't think this stuff is easy. These are like the best of the best. These are very rare types of returns that the average trader probably won't ever get. I probably won't get these kinds of numbers over the super long term. Now, I will say this. You don't have to have these types of returns to still make phenomenal wealth out of the markets. That's the beauty of it too. Even if you can do 10%, 15%, 20% per year on average, that compounds very nicely over the years, over the decades of doing this stuff. That's the cool thing in all of this. And again, I know that a lot of times these sorts of videos, people get a little upset, a little in their feels about, well, I only have a couple grand. 30% per year even is still not that exciting to my trading account. And I say this over and over, if you're in it for the money, trading is probably not the right place unless you already have a lot of money. The reality is trading is a great way to scale your money long term. It's not a very great way to turn a small amount of money into a lot of money quickly. I say this over and over and over on my channel because sometimes somebody out there needed to hear that to change their mindset and get on the right path to actual consistent profitable trading. And what that looks like is over the many years that you do it, you can really seriously compound money into greater and greater wealth, but you're not going to do it quickly. And again, once you understand what reasonable returns are, you can start positioning yourself to work towards those reasonable goals and actually start to see consistent income in the markets. So with that said, thank you guys very much for tuning into this video, and we'll see you back in the next one. If you're looking for a better brokerage, then stick around for a second. I'm going to tell you how you can get some free sign-up perks with great brokerages all around the world. Whether you trade FX or indices, commodities, futures, all of the above, I'm going to show you a really cool way that you can get free sign-up perks with your new account. So if you're interested in switching into a different brokerage, you can get things like deposit bonuses or free stock shares, or you can even get access to some of our products for completely free. All you have to do to find out current perks being offered to new depositors is go to a1trading.com/brokers. That's a1trading.com/brokers. And as you look at that page, you'll see all these different offerings that we've currently locked down for you guys as subscribers, as viewers. Now, of course, we get something out of this. If you choose to use these links, you'll be supporting our page. But in return for the viewers, we've got great sign-up perks available for you guys so that you get some free game just by signing up for a brokerage if you're looking to do so. So check it out on our website. You can find current deals at a1trading.com/brokers. Thanks for watching this video, and on the screen right now you'll see some other options of other videos we put together that might be helpful to you in your trading career. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.